Welcome back. Well, we're profiling women from all walks of life, at least at this Women's Month. Today we have Bambi Kellermann, sister of stalwart political figure Evita Bezuidenhout. Well, Bambi has worked as a stripper and sex worker and is now sharing her journey in the cabaret 50 Shades of Bambi. Let's chat to Bambi now. Firstly, please don't tell your sister I told you this, but you look much prettier than her, but that's between the two of us. Bambi, we've heard of 50 Shades of Grey. Tell us about 50 Shades of Bambi.
Well, darling, thank you so much. I think you're prettier than Gareth. Don't tell him I told you that either. I must be honest with you. I didn't read 50 Shades of Grey completely. I went to page 12 and then I thought, well, I've been here a few times. My show is about the shades of Bambi, and I have many shades: green, blue, orange, red, pink, and lots of pink. And it is the experience of having confronted a sexual reality in my life purely out of necessity, because I grew up in Bethlehem in the Orange Free State. And you can imagine, as a little Calvinist Afrikaans girl, I knew nothing about anything. And then I went to Europe by chance in 1956, overseas. I thought it was Bloemfontein, but it was further. It was Vienna. And then eventually, thanks to my Afrikaner sense of rhythm, I became a stripper in Hamburg on the Reeperbahn. And very soon, one of the grand horizontals of the Northern Hemisphere. And you know, darling, I'm now in my 70s and I'm back in South Africa. And I realized that here we have so many problems that confront women and girls about the reality of what is called sex. And my show at the Fugard Theatre here in Cape Town for the next 2 weeks is called 50 Shades of Bambi. And I share my shades with my audience and a few realities and things that I hope that they think out and work out for themselves.
I would love to see your Afrikaner sense of rhythm, but I think let's keep it clean for now. How and why did you decide to tell the story?
I think stories are all we have to inspire each other. I mean, experience of life is something we need to share with each other, because we can't keep on reinventing the wheel. We keep on making the same mistakes. And young girls, and I've spoken to many of them, still don't know that they don't have to give sex to a man. They think men have the right to demand. That is nonsense. I am very, very shocked and upset to see that in spite of this great constitution that protects women, nobody knows what their rights are, because we don't do our homework. We don't read the Constitution. And darling, we've had this Women's Day, which is rubbish, because every day is Women's Day. I get very nervous when women are suddenly told that on the 9th of August they can feel safe, but on the 10th of August the trouble starts again. So stories are one way to share with people experiences that women have gone through, and me in my life. And I'm very careful not to offend everybody all the time. It's too exhausting. But I want people to be offended, because then they start thinking. And there's a lot of humor, because, dear God, darling, if we don't have humor, then really, truly, there's nothing to talk about. So a little bit of laughter goes a long way. I start my day off in the bathroom, stark naked in front of a mirror, and that's the first laugh of the day.
Too much information, I'd say. Now, South Africans are known to be very conservative. How have they reacted to your cabaret? It's rather raunchy, if I can put it mildly.
Darling, you know, I come from a very conservative background. My mother is still alive. She's 107 years old. Oma Osavanya Kakabinya Pochenpoel. Now, you think of funny names. There are two. My sister Evita Bezuidenhout, who is far up on her moral high ground, and she, frankly, doesn't like me at all. So she and I will never appear in the same place at the same time. And I respect people's conservatism, because there are certain things that they don't want to explore. I just want to remind everybody, going back to 50 Shades of Grey, it's a fascinating book. I don't think it's well written, but it's not D.H. Lawrence. It's not Lady Chatterley's Lover, thank heavens. That's far too complicated. But don't think that what they call S&M is something you can pick up overnight. You know, in my life, in the underground of the world, sadomasochism is a highly sophisticated art form, and it is presented by professionals. So don't think that this is only going to be a slap and a tickle. You know, it starts gray, but then it could end up black and blue. So be careful. Don't play with the tiger and think it's a Persian cat.
I'll have to leave it there for now. Words of wisdom. Evita Bezuidenhout's younger sister, Bambi Kellermann, using satire to tell a story and drive home the message.
News that moves. eNCA.com.